Hi everyone, welcome to No Man's Sky Chimera. In Chimera, we modify the No Man's Sky engine and see what procedural greatness we can achieve. Guys, I just wanted to go on an imperfect, not perfect, rant about No Man's Sky and its engine. If you're looking for, this is not scripted, so if you're looking for perfection, well, go look in a mirror. Anyways, so I've been with No Man's Sky since the beginning. And I saw the potential in the engine, from the get-go, especially when we saw demonstrations of the super formula procedural generation that was supposed to make it into the game that never did. If you don't know what the super formula fuss is all about, go watch, I think it was GDC 2016, 2017, where they go into it. Basically, they had it working on a PS4, and it would basically make every single aspect of every single world different. No two worlds would be the same. You know how you land on a winter planet, a cold planet, and you're like, it looks like the last one I saw. That would not happen with the super formula. No one knows why we never got it. It was working on a PS4, but we didn't get it. That'll be one of the stories that they tell years down the road. But anyways, so for me as an explorer, I was never quite satisfied with terrain. The most satisfied I ever got was modding Atlas Rises or Visions. For some reason, Visions, I was able to get some incredible terrain. So, fast forward, here we are with Worlds Part 1 and Part 2. Part 2 had me so excited. I jumped back in to modding, which is, this entire showcase in the background is modded planets. Some of them look close to vanilla. You'll notice some differences. These are pretty extreme. They're obviously modded worlds. But you'll see some that it's more subtle. And, with the improvements that we got in Worlds 2, I have been the most satisfied I have been in years with planetary generation. And as an explorer, like I say, that's all I want to do. I have over 1,000 hours in No Man's Sky, and all I've ever done is explore. I don't know what the story's about. I went to I got my spaceship, I made my first warp, I went to an Atlas station thing, and I don't know, met a Gek, and whatever. I don't know. I hear people talking about, I hope one day we get the Realm of Glass. I have no freaking idea what that is. Sounds cool as hell. Let's get it. Yeah, I want it. Okay, I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool. I have no idea. All I do is explore. I love exploration in No Man's Sky. And with the new visual improvements, it's really, there's something to see in every corner. Like every 10 feet, there's something to look at. The texture quality is greatly improved. The lighting, and for me, planetary generation. Now, there wasn't enough nooks and crannies and jaggedness and canyons and stuff like that. So that's why I mainly modify terrain. And I'm just getting started again, guys. So there'll be more super cool stuff to come, but I just wanted to show a little bit and just give a discussion because so many space games they just don't tick all the boxes like we say, and they all seem to do something great, but they don't do everything great. Star Citizen, I feel like I'm doing the same old rant, but Star Citizen, it's the most realistic feeling space game as far as being a captain, jumping in a ship, having full control over stuff that I've ever played. But it is just, horrendously buggy, and it only does that well, in my opinion. And I'm not a fan of multiplayer, so I love Star Citizen, but God, if you knew how much money I put into that stupid thing. But anyways, okay, Elite Dangerous. Just the combat, the flight model combat is amazing. You have the Milky Way universe, Milky Way galaxy to explore. Yeah, it's kind of boring. The planets are kind of boring, but as far as the ship stuff, it does it really well. X4, amazing game. If you've never played X4, amazing. You can fly everything in it. Most realistic economy you can ask for in a game, but you're stuck in space. You can walk around your spaceships. The graphics aren't, Star Citizen or anything. They're good, though. You can walk around your spaceships, you can fly anything, but you can't land on planets. You can't go exploring planets. They're just sort of a backdrop. What's the one I'm forgetting? Well, anyways, and back to, and No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky just seems to have it all. It really does. And I know I've said this before. And what's funny is, if you watch some of my videos where I'm just sort of doing these community talks, I seem to cover the same subjects over and over. Where the hell is the super formula? And then comparing No Man's Sky to all these other games. But, you have to understand, this channel got started because of No Man's Sky. If you look at my little logo, my little whatever avatar, it's a chimera. I started this channel because I was modding the No Man's Sky engine, whatever, I don't know how many years ago. And I decided to make a YouTube channel. And I remember celebrating 50 subscribers after about a year. Like, there was nobody looking at my channel. And I was so happy to get 50 subs. Because it wasn't about subs and monetization. Can't even say that because I need more coffee. It was about the love of the game and the game's engine. I mean, don't you get tired of saying, oh, this game, look at this, isn't this beautiful? It's like the desert. This one's very basic. This is just a dead one. I mean, it's got deep canyons. Pretty basic, but you know what? Who cares? It's beautiful. Sometimes these dead worlds, you just got to visit them for the really cool ambient, sound effects, music, if you can call it that, ambient sounds, and just to feel completely isolated. I don't know. I thought this was beautiful. Anyways, I don't know what the hell I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know. But anyways, so I got lost. But it's just such a beautiful game with so much content now. It cannot be ignored. When someone says they're looking for a really good space game, I mean, what do we mention? We always mention, there seems to be the top 4, right? Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous, X4 or the X Universe, or No Man's Sky. And but for me lately, I'm sure you've noticed, I've been doing a lot more No Man's Sky. This turned out pretty weird. This is really weird. Some of the planets, you gotta be careful. You end up with almost like a sine wave effect. All the mountains look like a sine wave, and that dead moon was sort of kind of like that. All the terrain was kind of the same, and the uniformity's boring. This is more like my cup of tea. By the way, my editing with this video kind of sucked, guys. I think I did this planet twice. It's really cool, so who cares, but I think I accidentally did it twice. Anyways, so the thing that I don't understand is we have really tame terrain right now in No Man's Sky. They got a lot better with Worlds Part 2, but it's still very tame. I don't want tame. Is this the same moon? What did I do with my editing? Ugh. No, this isn't the same moon. Oh, good. Okay. I thought I really messed up. It's just that green planet I actually kind of featured twice. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this, guys. Just the feeling of just the feeling of exploration is so strong in No Man's Sky. And you have to understand, No Man's Sky has evolved into a completely different animal, a chimera, if you will. But Sean Murray said in the very beginning, No Man's Sky is this infinitely procedurally generated universe for exploration. And what was it? Oh, that was based on classic science fiction book cover art. And I love that idea. I mean, think about all the classic sci-fi book covers. Oh my gosh, so much amazing art. And so that's the way I treat the game to this day. I'm not a massive base builder. God, I don't think I've built a base in years. Oh my gosh, my editing. Yeah, my editing sucks, guys. What am I doing? This is terrible. And you know what's? I've gone through this stupid footage 3 times trying to edit out all the little stupid crap, and it still made it in. But I'm not going to do it again. I've done it 3 times, and I'm sorry. I guess there'll just have to be some mistakes. That's okay. I'm not perfect. Remember, if you want perfection, look in the mirror. But anyways, man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm completely off course here. Point is, No Man's Sky good, right? That's what I'm mainly trying to say. No Man's Sky good. And I want to play Star Citizen, but it's just so messed up right now. It's terribly messed up. And and then Elite Dangerous, I plan on jumping back into. I'm going to play Odyssey. I like being able to walk around and all that with Odyssey. I don't know why people ragged on it so much. I love it. Just it gave us more stuff. It gave us it gave her better planet visuals. It gave us space legs. We still can't walk around our ships, inside our ships, but I like it. I'll get back to it. Oh my gosh, my editing sucks. I don't think I've made this many mistakes in editing in a long time. So something is seriously wrong with me. Oh man, well, I apologize. But it's such subtle errors that in order for me to go in and start trying to cut them out, it would be, I've already tried it 3 times. How am I overlooking this crap? Oh, I'm really frustrated right now. But this planet was really cool. Nothing too extreme. But you can see these jagged edges. Usually when that's what I try to achieve with planetary generation. A lot of deep, canyons, jagged edges. These are things that typically don't exist in the vanilla game. And we need them. We need more jaggedness. I think in nature, there's a lot more jaggedness than these smooth, traversable terrain. And especially if you went down to I don't know. I just feel like there would be a lot more jagged geometry. And so you might notice I kind of trend toward that when I'm modding my planets. Anyways, this was really cool. And some of the effects, man, I was swimming out in one of these oceans and I was underwater for like 10 minutes. I came back to the surface and there was tidal waves smacking me around. I think it's in one of the other videos I did. And I was just so happy to see that. I mean, to have water physics like that, where you can have, tsunamis, basically tsunamis, giant waves crashing on the shore. So beautiful, so amazing. So, as far as recommending No Man's Sky, if you're new to No Man's Sky, I'm sure those people exist. So if you're one of them, seriously consider No Man's Sky if you're a space game lover. And I know some of you guys are saying, why don't you ever mention, I don't know, Eve, or what is it called? Evacron, or I don't know, some of these games. I'm going to be playing some Spaceborne 2 here, because it's improved a lot also. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. Talk about alien rocks. Isn't that the perfection? I mean, when you think of an alien rock, that's perfection, these textures. Beautiful. I forget what this looked like at night, if those glow or not. But look. Oh yeah, and I took off the some of the atmospheres when you look at distant planets are very thick. I hate that. I want more realism. So I kind of got rid of those. You'll notice around the planets here, there's not those thick colored rings that make no sense. So I got rid of those. Kind of makes it look more realistic. But anyways, guys, wow, I apologize. This truly is a rant. I'm all over the place, aren't I? Well, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for watching. But guys, the point in this video is just that 9 years, man, and the game keeps getting better. How many games can you say that about? Not many, especially for space games. It's just improved so much. And for those of you who have access to the early builds of No Man's Sky 1.0, Foundations, Atlas Rises, up until the point of Next. Guys, if you can play those, you should. You don't have base building, you don't have a ton of the features, but if you love exploration, they had some very interesting planetary terrain that were so beautiful. The art style was so different than it is now. It's the same, but very different. If you take a look, you'll know what I mean. And each of those versions, those updates, was like an entirely different game. Play 1.0 and then play Atlas Rises. Are you kidding me? It's like a whole different game. I can't explain it. The visuals are consistent. The art style is consistent, but the visuals are very different. And so was a lot of the planet generation. Very beautiful. Legacy No Man's Sky is amazing, and I loved modding the hell out of that. If you look at some of my old videos, you'll see terrain that you can't believe. A beautiful, beautiful, crazy terrain that was so much fun to explore. And I'm so happy to get back into No Man's Sky and modding it. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. And with these state-of-the-art visuals and lighting, I'm just so excited to see what sort of worlds I am able to mod and create myself, until, cross your fingers, we still get, man, bring on Worlds Part 3, Part 4, Sean Murray, if you're listening, which he's not, but wouldn't that be nice? Or the Super Formula. I'll say it again. Let's conclude with that. Bring on the Super Formula.